Alright everybody, in today's video we're going to be upgrading the Micron, and what we're going to be upgrading it with is a 5¼ inch floppy drive. Ever since I got this machine, I've always wanted to put a 5¼ inch floppy drive in it. I just think that they look really cool. I finally found one that was a good deal. Hopefully it works. If it doesn't, like I said, that just kind of looks cool. But yeah, we're going to be throwing it in here. I do already have a couple 5¼ inch floppy drives, but they're in another computer right now, and I just don't want to mess with it. So anyways, without further ado, let's unbox the one that I bought. So let's get unboxing. Got my ancient pocket knife. Let's see if it's even sharp enough to open this. Lots of this stuff. And here it is. I think the color will match all right. Maybe it will bother the most OCD of people, but I'm not really one of them. I'm not sure when this drive is from either, but we'll be able to tell. Ooh, 1987. Cool. Here's the front. It looks pretty clean. I wouldn't be surprised if it just works. It's got a Mitsubishi chip there. And it's got this little protector, so you can't put it down if there's no disc in there. So I'm going to put Castle Wolfenstein in there. And as you can see, it goes down just fine. And without further ado, let's put that floppy drive into place. But wait, this computer's going to need a special cable for this, called an edge connector. Which is what these 5¼ inch discs use. So I got one, and it also has a normal floppy cable on it, or connector, so it can just go to both floppy drives and connect down at the computer. And in case anybody was wondering, this floppy drive is a Fujitsu Limited M255 3K, and I'm just now realizing that our first hard drive, the boot drive, that super old Western Digital, is in the other 5¼ inch bay, so I'm going to have to move it down to one of these two, which there's already a hard drive in one of those. Well, no, actually, that hard drive just had to be shimmied into place, luckily. And it turns out, yeah, both those slots are full now, so there is one more under this floppy drive that I could have used, but luckily don't have to. Oh yeah, now we're cooking with gas. Okay, so all drives are hooked up now, including our 5¼ inch drive, both with power and with a edge connector. So let's test it out. All right, let's get this party started. Yep, drive initialized, which means the computer most likely recognized it. $5¼ inch drive on Windows 98. Yup, you heard me. This computer has been great for playing Half-Life on. I found a disc of it, or I made a disc of it, and I've been playing Half-Life on it. It runs pretty well, although it is pretty close to the minimum specs for the game. Keep in mind, this computer is 2 years older than Half-Life. This computer's a 96, Half-Life came out in 98. Okay, let's see if Windows recognizes the drive. Now, I'm pretty sure Windows 11 can still recognize a 5¼ inch floppy, so I have no doubt in my mind, as long as this drive is working right, it should be recognized. I am seeing 3½ floppy. However, I'm not seeing 5¼ inch. Well, the reason why it wasn't working was because I didn't actually set it up in the BIOS. Duh. So, yeah, it's a 1.2 meg. 5¼ So Yes. Save changes and exit. Now let's see if it works. And luckily this BIOS supports 2 floppy drives. Now, 2 floppy drives kind of died out by the end of the DOS era and kind of into the mainstream Windows era. So like the mid-90s. And of course this computer is a 96. So like I said, just like that floppy drive being from 1987, that was kind of a weird era for computers. You know, a lot of transitions happening. Now let's go to my computer. Hopefully it will be there, unless I have more things to set up. I love that hard drive. There we go, 5 1/4 inch floppy. It's the B drive. So I'm gonna put Castle Wolfenstein inside. See if it will read. Wait, what? Why is it when I click the B drive, the 3 1/2 inch drive goes on, but when I hit the 3 1/2 inch, oh, back to BIOS. As you can see, computers are not really my thing. I have on-job training when working with computers, and that's okay. I'm not used to electronics this new, so yeah, like I said, it is a learning experience. There we go, those 2 are swapped, so now we're gonna save changes and exit. Well, the question is, what am I gonna do with this drive blank? I don't need it anymore. I'm gonna keep this drive in here. It works and it looks cool. So it's gonna go into my little computer box, and I will remember that this is for this computer. But yeah. And hooray, our drives actually work right. I mean, I guess not that it really mattered, but still. Let's see if I can figure out how to open this. I can open this in DOS. It's just, yes, default. There, default C. Yes. I'm gonna install Castle Wolfenstein from 5 1/4 inch floppy. Had to go over to DOS just because it's what I know how to use it with, and it doesn't work. And just like that, I got it copied over and working with my broken sound card. Yeah, it doesn't sound too good, does it? Sure. Okay, I need to find out controls. Well, it's been a little while later. I only completed floor 1, as you can see. It's only been 5 minutes. But, yeah, I'd say this drive works really well. I'm really happy with this. And it's kind of cool that it's such an old drive for a computer from this era. Drive being from the mid-80s and the computer being from the mid-90s. I don't know. Yeah, pretty cool. Anyways, thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.